Alright, hey, this is my quick and dirty tutorial on how to make awesome biodegradable plant seeding pots made from paper. So there's a lot of people out there that may have seen these like myself, but never actually knew how to do them. Awesome idea. You can go and buy little biodegradable seedling pots made out of manure, paper, all sorts of things. While they're not expensive, they still cost money. And while I happen to have, like most people, lots of things like newsprint from free newspapers that show up once or twice a week, and paper grocery bags, and of course the SpongeBob water paintings that line my house every time we do painting. So awesome way to do this. A lot of people online will show you how to do this with newsprint, and what they'll do is, they'll take a piece of newsprint. I'm just folding this for the sake of saying it's half a page, right? You got something like that, and you can take a cup, roll it around the cup. All right, you'll fold in the edges. You'll turn the cup around without dropping it, and you'll put it back in and squish it down so that you'll end up with this cool round pot thing. But the bottom's kind of poorly held together, so a lot of people will use tape or staples, or a nifty paste made from a mixture of flour and water. And I really don't want tape or staples in my garden, and I don't want to have to get all messy with flour and water and junk. We'll save that for the kids when they're finger painting. So origami wins, and well, let me show you how to do it. I found my favorite is either turns out to be just a regular piece of paper, 8.5 by 11. Makes a great little paper pot this size, which is perfect for doing your tomato or pepper starts, or things like melons and such that should be started indoors but don't transplant well, because the beauty is you don't have to transplant it. Once you got a good start going on there, your true leaves are starting in, so you're going to want to go ahead and transplant it into your outdoor garden. All you got to do is dig the hole, put it in there, and the bag will compost itself into the garden. And you can tear the bottom off before you do that to just ensure that your roots will make it through the bottom. And they're beautiful. And then there's another smaller size which I like to make, which is actually about half of a sheet of paper. Or if you're just cutting them out of something like used grocery bags, which is my favorite, they're a little more durable, super awesome, 100% biodegradable, compostable, already recycled once too. 5.5 inches by 9 inches is perfect. You can't get any better than that. But just for the sake of doing it quick, I'll show you with just a regular sheet of paper. And you can transpose the same thing to a half sheet of paper. It doesn't matter. So here we go. Take your sheet of paper and you're going to fold it in half, hamburger style. So the two long ends will come and meet each other. Put a good crease in there. Now then spin the piece of paper so that the folded edge is away from you and the two open pieces are towards you. And then you're going to fold it in half, I'm mixing these up, hamburger style again. And make a good solid crease on all these, because you're using them as reference lines, because you're going to now unfold that, and now you have a center line. So on that center line, pretend you're making a sweet paper airplane. Go ahead and fold the two top edges in a triangle like this. Make those lines nice and defined, because we're now going to unfold these two pieces, and you're going to want to invert that fold. So just kind of lift up a bit and push those pieces in, and it should just kind of invert on its own fold lines that you just made, and go inside out there fairly easily. Sometimes it wants to work better than others, but it shouldn't be too bad for you. And then you've got this, like the beginnings of a paper hat or something, right? That's what it looks like on the inside. And then you're just going to take it, and like you're continuing to make a sweet plain or paper hat, you're going to fold one of the sides to where the end meets that middle crease line. Give it a good crease there. And now you're going to do that again. Fold it over a second time. Same exact thing. Into the middle crease line. Okay, so you've got 2 there. 1, then 2. Do the same thing on the remaining side. And then flip it over. We're going to do the same thing to both sides on the opposite side of the whole deal. And so you get this nifty pencil looking piece of paper that kind of looks like this. Alright? You just keep it flat on your table and you should be able to lift up, and you got 2 wings. You're just going to fold those back. Alright. Got everything together. Now you just open that sucker up. The bottom should fold into a square, and you've got this neat square pot. And you can either leave the wings out, or you can fold them in like I like to do. That way once you get some seeding mix, or whatever kind of soil you generally use to start your seeds in there, it'll hold those to the side for a little extra durability. Bam! You got yourself a sweet hand-painted SpongeBob seeding pot. And you can do that with anything. Like I said, my favorite is grocery bags, either from your groceries or your homebrew supply store. Support everyone. Yeah, so this stuff, while it may not be absolutely free, someone's got to pay to make it, it shows up free to my house in one way or another, and now I have a renewable, biodegradable, super rad solution to starting my seeds and then transplanting. Alright, bye-bye. Alright, here's a bunch that have been made up, and I'll show you that it's really great. You can even label them with your favorite non-toxic marker. Sharpies do work fine. They're an alcohol-based ink. And even being just a regular sheet of paper, being watered and everything, these hold up just great, as you can see here. And they'll last for the duration of your germination process. And then you just plant them right in the ground. Another cool thing about them is you can make a ton of these ahead of time while you're just sitting around watching TV or whatever, and then just fold them flat, and you can even store them inside themselves. But that way, whenever it's time to start some seedlings, you just have a bunch sitting around, and that's a good use of your paper, and it composts itself into your garden. And there you go. Also, I mentioned about non-toxic inks. Things like newsprint use generally a soy-based ink. 99% of them do. You do actually have to contact or look it up per newspaper to see what they use, but most of them use a soy-based ink, whether it is the colored or the black and white, but only on the standard newsprint. The shiny, glossy, advertisement-style type papers, they can have some bad stuff in those inks, so I'd avoid those. But as long as it's normal good paper and nothing weird in them, you're awesome and good to go. Thanks for watching.